Well, we went to break. I had just brought up the mom. I don't know why this makes me, because I've been there where you're in the car with the kids and all you wanted, and I would never have to say, get out of the car or I'm going to snatch all the color off your face. I mean, this is how mad I am at you. But this woman took her 10 and 12-year-old daughter. She was so angry with them because they were just out of control in the back seat. She pulled over and left them on the side of the road. One of the oldest of the two ran up and caught up with the car, and her sister went to the police. The 10-year-old. And had the mama arrested. And that was her mugshot that you saw. You saw.
It's so funny because I think talking to a lot of women, the producers here, they felt the same way of, you know, they wish they could have done something like that. I think where it went too far is, you know, she left the girl and then went to the police and reported the daughter missing because I guess she wasn't where she was supposed to be when she left. The mother. Because she left, it was within 3 miles of the house. So it could have been a thing of, you know, if you just walk down the road, you know exactly where the house is.
Well, what if someone had come and hurt those children? Then she would be in jail.
That's what I thought. That maybe
you can't do things like that. You can't just leave your children by the side of the road and drive off because they're annoying you.
Parents who do that kind of thing, because we all know, you know, I have my girlfriend who's here. She left her son at the side of the road to walk, but they kind of trailed ahead. I know I'm not going to say your name so you don't get reported, but
they just showed her. So please be at your house tomorrow.
They went and parked around the corner, and he was, you know, he was walking.
There's a trauma in the child. As if you're abandoning them. I mean, they'll pay for that for the rest of their lives.
No, please. No.
That's my position on this.
Well, that's all right to have your position, but your little girl was perfect.
No, she was not. She was not. She is now, but she wasn't always.
But I remember one time my sisters and we got mad at my mother, and I said, you know, I'm running away. And she went, well, get all your stuff and get out. And I remember I was taking everything. She was like, you don't own that. You don't take nothing. Get out. And she closed the door, and then and this is what I remember. I was so scared, and I'm walking, and the door was still closed. What I didn't know is my mother was looking right outside the curtain, trying to see where I was going to go, and then I came back on my own.
But here's the thing:
what if you didn't come back?
11 years, I didn't have nowhere to come back.
But here's the thing: sometimes, you know, and I know that a lot of people don't get it, but there are certain lines that in our day, we did not cross. We did not say, we're leaving, because our parents would, probably not your mom, but my mom would say, all right. And then you're sort of going, well, I don't know what time I'm leaving. You know, because once you call them on their stuff, you know, then it's like, what? You're supposed, wait, the script says you're supposed to say don't go. My mother would have said, but you said you wanted to go. Wait, what stop you?
Wait, whatever happened to guilt tripping your kids? I'm going to jump out this window if you do that. That's how I was raised. There were no threats against me, only against her life, which is much more palatable to a child than having an attack on me. Go ahead, jump.
Did your mom have a certain way that she did you?
It's so funny because my friends were always like, I ran away when I was younger, and like being the, you know, my dad was a senator my whole life. We had security cameras and security gates and stuff. So I ran away one time to the backyard, and there's like cameras and like security people, and I'm like, you know, making a little tent. I'm like, I'm running away, and I was like, really one of the like childhood things I missed out on. Like, if your parents are in politics, you like can't run away. Totally. But I was like, my mom was really good growing up. She was always like, I'm not a yeller at all. Like, if you start yelling at me, I can't deal with it. It's probably the way I feel feeling about politics, but I just cannot. And she wasn't a yeller. She was like, let's talk about it. And I think it was healthy.
Would she ever leave you by the side of the road?
No. Oh my God. No.
The Secret Service would come and pick her up and take her home.
No, she wasn't. She wasn't like that. I mean, no. I mean, of course we had our fights, but I just can't imagine my mother.
And she wants you to have the baby. It's fascinating. Mothers for your whole life, they're like, don't get pregnant, don't get pregnant. Then they change the whole thing around. You got your period, you know.
Now, speaking of mothers, Sherry, yesterday was your birthday, and Jeffrey was a factor in your birthday cake. You took it to the school. How was it?
Yes, it was. They made a birthday cake for me, and they made a separate one for Jeffrey, which I love, the one for. And I took, as soon as the show was over, I ran it up to his school, and I loved it because I had this little short dress on and my 5-inch heels and my hair and makeup, and I walked in like, I made this cake for my baby. Here, baby, this is what Mama did for you. But he saw the cake and he was so excited, and it was a gorgeous cake. Yeah.
So that's art. I mean, that's not even just a cake.
Yeah. So thank you for that cake for my son, because I didn't have anything.
Tried to eat all of it.
I tried to eat it. Thank goodness for Whoopi Goldberg.
I say you cannot eat any more of that cake.
You know, once you start that sugar, you can't stop.
But see, you know what you got to do.
Thank you, and thank you for stopping me.
Now listen, Saturday, May 16th. Joy Behar will be performing at the Motor City Casino Hotel in Detroit, Michigan at 8 p.m.
Detroit, yeah.
So if you get your tickets right this second, like when we go to break, you will be somebody who could be in the front row.
It's a casino.
And say, so what?
So what? Who cares?
They need to laugh in Detroit.
It's a casino.
They need to laugh.
We'll be right back with more Hot Topics.